Why Pakistan's air defense couldn't stop Indian missiles. In May 2025, tensions between India and Pakistan escalated sharply when India launched a surprise military operation named Operation Sindoor. As part of this operation, India struck multiple sites across Pakistan. Pakistan swiftly responded, prompting India to intensify its attacks, targeting at least 9 Pakistani air bases. In retaliation, Pakistan launched a number of short-range ballistic missiles. The situation was on the verge of spiraling into a full-scale war involving devastating weaponry when the United States stepped in and brokered a ceasefire between the two nuclear-armed neighbors. India has since viewed its precision strikes on key Pakistani air bases as a strategic advantage in this confrontation. However, this development has raised a significant and troubling question: why were Pakistan's sophisticated air defense systems, such as the Chinese-made HQ-9, unable to thwart these missile attacks? Was this a failure of technology or a more complex operational issue? The HQ-9, a defense upgrade with limitations following India's 2019 Ballistic airstrike, Pakistan recognized the urgent need to bolster its air defense capabilities. This led to a defense partnership with China, through which Pakistan acquired the HQ-9, an advanced long-range, high-altitude surface-to-air missile (SAM) system. The HQ-9 is engineered to intercept a variety of aerial threats, including aircraft, drones, cruise missiles, and even some ballistic missiles. Depending on the variant, its range extends from 100 to 200 kilometers. Yet, the exact number of HQ-9 units delivered to or deployed by Pakistan remains unknown. Nonetheless, Pakistan's air defense infrastructure is not solely dependent on the HQ-9. It includes the HQ-16 Fei, a medium-range missile system also of Chinese origin, designed to handle threats at closer distances. In addition to these missile platforms, Pakistan maintains a wide-ranging radar network capable of tracking low to high-altitude targets, and it has invested in electronic warfare technologies that can disrupt or disable hostile aerial systems. Technology versus real-world warfare. Recent efforts have further enhanced Pakistan's defensive architecture through the integration of artificial intelligence and space-based technologies, aiming to accelerate threat detection and improve accuracy in interception. Using this framework, Pakistan has previously claimed successful soft kills, disabling rather than destroying, against Indian BrahMos missiles and Israeli-made Harop drones. Despite these advances, no defense system is invincible in real-world combat conditions. Like similar systems elsewhere, Pakistan's air defenses have limitations, particularly against certain types of threats. One glaring vulnerability is their reduced effectiveness against air-to-ground missile attacks, especially when such weapons are launched from very short ranges or at supersonic speeds. The challenge of supersonic air-launched missiles. During the May 2025 engagement, India predominantly relied on air-launched supersonic and cruise missiles, namely the BrahMos and Storm Shadow. These weapons are notoriously difficult to detect, especially when fired from aircraft in flight. The mobility of the launch platform adds a layer of unpredictability, making it significantly harder for air defense systems to respond effectively. Compounding this challenge is the geographic reality of the India-Pakistan border, which spans 3,323 kilometers. In several areas, military units from both countries are stationed mere kilometers apart. The furthest interior point of Pakistan lies just under 1,000 kilometers from the Indian frontier, meaning even a long-range missile does not require extensive travel time to hit its target. Given the BrahMos missile's Mach 2.8 to Mach 3 speed, it could theoretically reach even Pakistan's most remote military installations within 16 to 20 minutes. Targets closer to the border could be hit in under 2 minutes. This severely limits the reaction window for Pakistani defenses. Limitations of modern air defense systems. While the HQ-9 is optimized for intercepting threats at high altitudes and from longer distances, it struggles when facing low-flying, high-speed missiles launched from nearby. A missile like the BrahMos, if fired from only 50 to 200 kilometers away, would give Pakistan's detection systems mere seconds to identify, lock onto, and attempt an interception. That's often less time than it takes to blink. Consider that Pakistani air bases like Sargodha, roughly 200 kilometers from the border, or Chakwala, even closer, fall well within the BrahMos effective range. A missile launched from across the border could reach these bases in about 90 seconds. Given this extremely short time frame and the missile's velocity, even cutting-edge defense systems are likely to fall short. This is not a uniquely Pakistani problem. Israel's Iron Dome, widely considered among the world's most capable air defense systems, also struggles with saturation attacks or when rockets are launched from very close proximity. It can't offer a 100% interception rate, especially under high volume or surprise conditions. The same applies to advanced systems like Russia's S-400 or the US thwart. These platforms offer formidable defense capabilities but are not infallible. The reciprocal nature of vulnerability. Ironically, India itself faces similar vulnerabilities. Even with its acquisition of the S-400, India's defense systems would find it difficult to intercept short-range ballistic missiles, artillery rockets, or cruise missiles fired from Pakistan. These threats, especially when launched in clusters or from hidden mobile platforms, can overwhelm even advanced radar and interception technologies. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine has demonstrated this principle vividly. Despite Russia's deployment of the S-400 system, it has not been fully successful in neutralizing Ukrainian missile and drone attacks. This underscores a critical point: no matter how advanced a defense system may be, there is no such thing as perfect protection, especially when the adversary is geographically close and capable of launching attacks with minimal warning. Pakistan's broader defensive strategy. Understanding the inherent limitations of air defense technology, Pakistan has taken a multi-layered approach to national security. Beyond just stationary defense systems, the country has worked to harden and disperse key military assets. Mobile missile launchers and radar systems enhance survivability and allow for swift retaliatory strikes. These mobile units can relocate quickly after use, making them harder to target and neutralize. Additionally, Pakistan has adapted its infrastructure by converting sections of motorways into makeshift airstrips for fighter aircraft, ensuring continued air operations even if traditional bases are compromised. A core element of Pakistan's strategic doctrine is deterrence through credible counterattack. The philosophy is simple: any attack on Pakistani territory will provoke an immediate and overwhelming response. This threat of massive retaliation serves as a psychological and strategic barrier to escalation, forcing adversaries to think twice before launching strikes, even if they possess the capability to do so. Conclusion: no absolute shield. Despite all technological advancements, one reality remains unchanged: no air defense system, no matter how advanced, can guarantee total security against every threat. The modern battlefield is dynamic, fast-paced, and shaped by close proximities and high-speed weaponry. For nations like Pakistan and India, which share an extensive and tense border, the short distances make rapid missile attacks particularly difficult to defend against. The strategic lesson here is clear: rather than relying solely on defensive systems, nations must adopt layered, adaptive, and often offensive postures to maintain a credible deterrent. In such a context, the best defense may indeed be a strong and swift counterpunch.